Hello and welcome to Hope International University's Financial Aid and Next Steps webinar. My name is Miranda. I'm the Senior Admissions Counselor here at Hope International University. I'd like to start off by congratulating you all on being accepted to HIU. We're so excited to welcome you guys on campus this fall. You have all worked so hard to get here and get to this point that we're just so excited as classes are going to start right around the corner. So let's go ahead and dive in. This is going to be what we'll be covering in our financial aid webinar today. That is going to be a financial aid overview. Then we'll go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into financial aid process here at HIU. Then we'll go ahead and close with some next steps, important dates to note, and we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. First off, let's go over our tuition fees and housing here at HIU. So listed here is going to be our total on-campus direct expenses. This is super important to note that our tuition is listed here, and that is going to include our annual tuition costs, which includes our fall and spring semester. In fall and spring, you can take up to 12 to 18 units each semester. That's super important to note as this is our annual tuition costs. Next is going to be room and board. So listed here is our standard dorm room and standard meal plan of about 15 meals a week. This does include a $300 housing deposit as well. Our student fees. Then next is going to be our parking pass. I do get this question a lot, but yes, freshmen are allowed to have a car on campus. It doesn't matter the grade. Any student can have a parking here on campus. So we did include the parking pass in here as well. And then our logo software, as you know, all HIU students do a minor in biblical studies. So for our non-ministry majors, it will be $125. But for our ministry majors specifically, the logo software will give you a little bit more access. So that is going to be the higher cost of $550. So this is dependent on if you are a ministry student or not. So our total on-campus direct expenses is going to be about $48,000. If you are not living on campus, obviously you take off that amount there, but our total on-campus direct expenses, if you are living on campus, will be $47,975. Okay, so with that being said, about 98% of our students don't pay that entire amount. So this is where financial aid comes in. So financial aid in a nutshell. First, you'll complete the FAFSA, which is a free application for federal student aid, and you'll begin to apply to colleges. Obviously, you guys are accepted to HIU, so you apply to university. Our school code is listed there, so that's 001252. If you have not done so already, please add this to your FAFSA. If you haven't completed a FAFSA, it's not too late. Please definitely jump on that as soon as you can to see if you can be awarded any financial aid. Next, you'll be accepted, as you all are. Congratulations again, and you will receive a financial aid award letter. Next will be complete the financial aid requirements. So with your financial aid award letter will come some requirements that you'll need to submit. This will help determine your specific cost of attendance to attend HIU, which will be different from every school. Last, you'll be choosing a school. So we look forward to welcoming you guys on campus this fall. Like I said, we're super excited. So next, we're going to go over some items that need to be submitted. But first, let's go ahead and go over FAFSA. So like I said, FAFSA is a free application for federal student aid. So let's dive a little bit deeper into FAFSA for you to fully understand what this consists of. 1, this determines the government aid you'll receive. So all the information that gets put into the FAFSA will help determine the grants and amounts you receive from the government. 2, this is based on prior prior year tax returns. So say you're completing the 2022-2023 FAFSA, then what you'll be looking at is your parent or guardian's 2020 tax return. So this is important to note. When you go to complete the FAFSA, they will inform you that as well. But it's just really, really, really important to know that it's 2-year prior taxes. 3, all the information must be exact. So all the numbers should be taken from the taxes specifically. Try not to make any mistakes. Of course, it may happen, but try and be exact as possible. The reason for that is because any little number change can affect the amount of FAFSA that you receive. 4, that's going to be calculates your EFC. So the FAFSA calculates something called your estimated family contribution. This is what the government estimates that you or your family can put towards your education, whereas the aid that is being received can help you pay the rest of that amount. So it's super important. Like I said, at the bottom is listed our school code again, so please make sure that you add HIU to your FAFSA. Financial aid types. So let's kind of break this down. So we have 3 types of financial aid. Federal is going to be specifically based off your FAFSA. So you can be awarded loans. There are 2 types of loans. Grants, there's 3 types of grants, and then federal work study. Next is going to be institutional. So that's going to be a scholarship or grant specifically coming from HIU. Last is going to be private, so that's outside scholarship, loans, or donors. So let's go ahead and dive deeper into each of these. So our loans, freshmen can qualify up to $5,500. For my transfer students, if you're coming in at another level, whether you're a sophomore, junior, or senior coming in, it is good to note that the amount of loans that you can qualify for actually goes up each year. So that makes it a little bit more helpful to pay for college. Supplemental grant is about $1,000. Our Pell Grant is listed here, just under $7,000. Our Cal Grant B and A as well. It is good to know that this does take into consideration your GPA, so please work hard in the classroom, and then this is only available to California residents. Next, we'll go ahead and dive deeper into our scholarships. So for freshmen, our academic scholarships are our presidential scholarship, our dean scholarship, and then our AVID scholarship that's specifically for AVID students. Our transfer academic scholarship is going to be our Pacific scholarship that ranges dependent on the GPA. Then I'll go ahead and jump over to our honors scholarship. So honors scholarships is actually for freshmen and transfer students. So if you're a ministry student or a teacher prep student, you can apply for this program. It does have heightened requirements, with that an additional scholarship. It's good to note that HIU does not stack scholarships. You can only receive 1 scholarship per student. Last is going to be our Royal Scholarship, which is for student athletes. This is completely dependent on the coach. So like I said, if you're still in the classroom, work hard in the classroom to see if you can be awarded a scholarship from HIU. Last is going to be our private aid options. So for our private aid, we have our scholarships and grants. So say you apply for outside scholarships, you can check out fastweb.com or the Scholarly app to see if there's any additional scholarships you can apply for outside of HIU. Church, if you are involved in a church, I highly encourage you to just ask any of the staff at your church to see if there's any church scholarships available to you. Tuition reimbursement programs. If your parents have a job, it doesn't hurt to ask if they have tuition reimbursement programs. What that means is they may be able to reimburse you the amount you paid, or a portion of the amount you paid to attend HIU, or if you have a job, you can ask as well. So next up, we're going to review a financial aid award letter. So if you were accepted to HIU, like all of you were, you can definitely refer to your financial aid award letter. You should have received one by now. So if you haven't, go ahead and reach out to Roberta Martinez, your financial aid counselor. So let's go ahead and take a look at one right now. So here's listed our financial aid award letter for HIU. So at the top, it does say congratulations. Please make sure you're reading through everything very, very carefully as you look through this document, as it is very important. So let's go ahead and break it down. So here is listed our fall and then our spring disbursement, and then you have non-term, and then you have your total. So here, our AVID, say you were awarded an AVID scholarship, 8,000 will be dispersed in the fall and 8,000 will be dispersed in the spring. Then you have non-term, and then you have your total of $16,000. So say you were awarded the AVID scholarship of $16,000, it is broken down by semester. Next, you'll be able to see if you qualified for a Cal Grant, you have Pell Grant. Next, you have student loans, and that can be subsidized or unsubsidized. Next, we have federal work study. So this is a good one to know. Federal work study is actually where the non-term column comes in. So federal work study is if you plan to work on campus, you can apply for jobs on campus to see if you can get one. And then that is why it is under non-term, because you will receive paychecks as any other job. So we wouldn't disperse an amount in fall or in spring. It will be by pay period. So we put $3,000 as the first $3,000 is just different as far as taxes go. So that is why it's listed in non-term. Then you'll have your total annual financial aid that can be awarded to you in the bottom right column here. So next, let's go over our missing documents. We like to call these items our action items because this does mean that you need to take action and work on these specifically. Let's go over a few here. The tax return transcript listed first. So that is where you can go ahead and go onto the IRS website and request an IRS tax return transcript. You may be able to download it right there, which is very convenient, or they will mail it out to you. Some other documents below is going to be a financial aid questionnaire. This is an important document that will go over your scholarship and what that entails and how to make sure that you maintain that scholarship year after year. Income expense statement, it's exactly how it sounds. You will put in your information as far as your income and then your expenses for the year as well. Next is going to be signing a financial aid award letter, which is the one we're on here. And then our verification worksheet is going to just be a little bit more questions about the information you put in FAFSA. So super important to note that these items are going to be specifically based off the information you put in the FAFSA. So I do want to jump to these two here as the direct master promissory note and the entrance loan counseling. So these two items here will actually be completed on the FAFSA website, and they will only be completed if you plan to utilize student loans. So the last item is going to be the signed financial aid award letter. So this is a document that we're on now. But if we go ahead and scroll down, please make sure all of this information is read, as it is very, very important. But once you get down to the last page, this is the financial aid award letter that you will be signing. So before signing the document, you will cross out any aid that you do not want. So say you don't plan to work on campus, you'll cross out federal work study, or say you want one loan but not the other, you'll cross out the one all the way across that you do not want. After that, you'll go ahead and read below, and then you'll go ahead and sign and date here. Then you'll want to note that you can actually upload all of the documents onto your student portal, or if necessary, you can email them to your financial aid counselor. This is super helpful to know as well that you can accept each award on your student portal as well. So if you prefer the paper method, you can definitely upload it. But if you want to go and accept them there on the student portal, you can just go ahead and click accept or deny on each one. So let's go ahead and jump back. So this is the HIU financial aid process. So specifically for HIU, let's go ahead and go over this here. That is going to be, make sure you add HIU to your list of schools on your FAFSA. There is the school code again. Next is going to be get accepted to HIU. So congratulations again, you've all been accepted and you should have received your financial aid packet with a financial aid award letter. Next, you'll want to review your award letter to make sure that you know and understand all the financial aid options that are available to you. Next is going to be submitting documents. So I know we just went over a few documents there. Please keep in mind, these all need to be submitted by August 1st. I know that is quickly approaching, so make sure that you get those in as soon as possible. Additional documents is going to be your housing application or off-campus approval. So no matter what, if you are living on or off campus, one item does need to be submitted. So if you plan to live on campus, you would complete a housing application. Whereas if you plan to live at home with parents or off campus, you'll need to complete an off-campus housing approval. Next is going to be accept, sign, and submit. So the financial aid award letter, I know we just went over, as well as accepting or denying each award. So you'll want to accept, sign, and submit. After all of your documents are submitted and you submit your financial aid award letter of what awards you want that are being offered to you, your financial aid counselor will create something for you called a fee schedule. So the fee schedule is super important because this is going to show you the exact amount you'll be paying for the semester to attend HIU. So the fee schedule is going to be your semester balance as we collect by semester. So you'll be looking at your fall semester balance listed there. It will show you the entire balance, but then it will also show you what your first payment amount needs to be submitted in order for you to start classes. So let's go ahead and check that out here, where you'll be making your first payment as a student. So you'll go onto myhiu.edu and you will go ahead and log into your student portal using your credentials that were provided to you. When you click, you'll see your home page listed here. So at the bottom is going to be the document center. So like I said, if you can't find a document or you'd like to upload one, you can do that at the bottom. But if we're going to make a payment here at HIU, then you'll go down to the My Finances tab and click Online Payments. Then it will take you to this payment portal. So ACI payment portal, you'll go ahead and click Continue. And then this is what it will look like in order for you to make a payment. So please keep in mind that we are going through upgrades right now. So this may not be up to date, but we are trying to upgrade all of our systems to incorporate a payment plan and for you to just be able to make payments more conveniently. So this is why we encourage you to make sure that you have your fee schedule with you when you go to make your payment. So you'll go ahead and click Make Payment. Let this load. You'll go ahead and pull up your fee schedule and check your first payment amount. Then you'll go ahead and type that amount here. So let's say we are making a payment of $1,000. The payment date should populate, or you can add it in there. Then you'll go ahead and add your new debit card, credit card, bank account. You'll go ahead and add it there, and then they'll have an option of where you can save it. So the next time you come into your portal to make a payment, it'll be saved here. Then you'll go ahead and type in the CVV. Go ahead and read this, and then you can go ahead and click pay. So this is how you make your first payment that will ensure that you are cleared and ready to go for classes. You can even follow up with your financial aid counselor to make sure that you are good to go. Next is going to be register for your classes. If you have not done so already by attending an early registration, you'll register for your classes and then you'll begin your first day as a Royal, which is very exciting. So get ready to be a Royal, guys. The last is going to be some action items. Early registration and advising meetings are offered every Friday. If you have not RSVP'd or completed one, you can RSVP here at hiu.edu/events. Next is going to be completing the financial aid process by August 1st, so it gives you a little over 2 weeks to complete. Next is going to be order final transcripts and AP scores for all of my seniors in high school. High school classes are over, so make sure you order your final transcripts and have them sent to HIU as well as your AP scores. For my transfer students, if you are taking summer classes, still wrapping that up, make sure we have transcripts on file. But when your final grades post for your summer classes, make sure you get your final transcript submitted because we don't want to miss out on any possible transfer units that can be coming to HIU. Last is going to be housing documents. Like I mentioned before, if you are living on or off campus, one item will need to be submitted, so please make sure you jump on that. Last but not least is going to be some save the dates. So yes, the Welcome Weekend New Student Orientation is Saturday, August 20th. This is going to be a very important day. It is mandatory for all of our students. Friends and family are also welcome, but this really kicks off the week in order for you to be prepared for the first day of classes. Next is going to be moving into the dorm. So that actually takes place the morning of New Student Orientation. So it'll be a few hours before New Student Orientation takes place. So that will be the morning of. You'll receive your keys and go ahead and start moving in. So that's an important date to note because if you have friends or family or anyone helping you, you'll definitely want to take that down. Last but not least is going to be our first day of classes, which is Wednesday, August 24th. Like I said, we're so excited to have you guys on campus this fall. So go ahead and take note of that as that will be your first day officially as a Royal. And of course, if you have any questions at all of your admissions counselors are here for you. We're here to support you. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you have any specific financial aid questions, please reach out to your financial aid counselor, Roberta Martinez. You can set up a meeting with her or you can email her and she'll be sure to get back to you. So make sure you guys go ahead and reach out. And that wraps it up here